Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Julie from Julie's Plans. First and foremost, I'm going to try to make this as informal as possible and hopefully get it uploaded today, but I wanted to do a video showing how I use my Erin Condren Hourly Life Planner along with my Emily Lay Simplified Planner in the daily edition. I get asked this question a lot. So I thought now would be a good time to share how I've been using the systems, the two of them together, now that it's been a full month of me using them. So first off, let's just talk about the Erin Condren Life Planner. I've been using this life planner for 4 years, just over 4 years. And I use the hourly layout as far as my week view. Let's just go to like one of my weeks. Let's go to July, for example. And I absolutely love the week view because it gives me a good snapshot of the entire week. Now, this was at the end of June, beginning of July, when the Simplified Planner hadn't even started yet. So you can see a lot of my hourly, even though there's hours in the day, I don't hold myself to those hours in the planner. I just put tasks where they may relate in time, but not necessarily that's when it's gonna happen. Like I didn't call the bank at exactly 3:30, 4 o'clock. It's just there as a reminder. So that's one of the things that I love about having a weekly view. Here's another week in July, is that I get to see everything Monday through Friday. Monday through Sunday. And I can see everything that's going on all at one time. However, I wanted a system, and just to clarify as well, I've always used two systems, not just my Erin Condren. I've always used either my life planner and rings, or my life planner and a TN, or just some other system, because I knew that just having the 1 week view wouldn't exactly allow me to break down my days a little bit more, because this huge chunk of time during the day I'm actually at work. So a lot of these things that you see listed throughout most of my layouts are not happening during those times. It's just the place where I list them, because that's when I'm at work, and I don't need to put all of my workly I don't think that's a word, but I don't need to put all of my work details in here. And I prefer not to. So like here's like a vacation week. So, and this was like the very end of July. So yes, there's a lot of detail here, but not necessarily broken down. And that's how I use my Simplified Planner. I love it because the days are, let's see, I'm just gonna get to like the beginning a week of August here. Now, let's see, let's go to the first week in August. So this one actually started the very end of July. And as you can see, the days are broken down in two. Now you can choose to do the to-do list and the hours. I split mine up into Monday through Friday, because I do keep work tasks on the left and home tasks on the right. Now, a lot of things do get repeated, and for me that's okay. The more I write it down, the better, the more I'll remember it. But I choose to sort of break down my day in more detail and just more me seeing what actually needs to happen. And I have to have down what needs to be done at work and what needs to be done at home, so I can track meetings. Like you can see, this meeting is here and it is also here. But I'm okay with that. And then you can see like the chores at home are written down on this side. Now that's another thing, is I have some things that end up in here that don't end up in my life planner, because I'm just sort of, this isn't planned ahead. My entire week is planned ahead in my life planner, and this is done one day at a time. So what I think is going to happen in here doesn't always happen in my daily planner. So I hope that makes sense. What I really, really love as someone who works outside of the home is that the weekends are condensed. I know that some people don't like that, but because I split my daily pages in half for work and home, on the weekend it's just home. So I don't need as much space, and I hope that I am in frame throughout this whole thing. I'm not doing a redo if I'm not. So, and you know, that like I was going back and saying, usually when I plan my entire week in my life planner, I hope both of these show up if I do it this way. I plan it all out and nothing really changes. It's sort of like those are my intent for the week is this is how it's all going to go. And we all know that can change day by day with the weather, kids getting sick or you getting sick or things changing at work or emergencies, things like that. I feel like this gives me the week of intention and the daily of what actually goes on in my life day to day. Now, of course, in the Simplified Planner, I like to, put quotes up top. If you remember the Simplified Planner a few years ago, you actually had a quote across the top, which I kind of miss. And at the bottom, I do usually what I ate for the day. It might be something that's going to change. I'll just kind of flip through the day or the month of August. And I really enjoyed. Okay, so I don't even know where I left off because my son came home and the dogs kind of went a little nuts, but I don't know where I left off. But anyway, so I think I was saying that there were quotes across the top and I just sort of add my own now, things like that. And I really love the color scheme of the Simplified Planner, the Erin Condren Life Planner. You can kind of just pick whatever colors you want to use. You can do the same in the Simplified Planner. I'm just a little particular. And so some days are a little bit more chaotic and need more things broken down. I've sort of done some trial and error with how I want my days broken down, and then I just kind of, like here was a sick day. I'm not going to use a daily page if I don't have anything going on. If I'm laid up in bed feeling horrible, I'm not going to fill out the whole page. So here we go towards the end of August. Again, I was trying some different like meal logging things that, you get this, column for your whole day in the Erin Condren Life Planner. And that can be enough some days. And then other days I just kind of want to break down, other things that I want to do, like filming and editing and all those things that I don't want to fill my whole day with. So like here I'll write, clean house, but then when I go to that day in my Simplified Planner, I like break it down like room by room, what we're doing, things like that. And again, it's just the way that it's worked for me for the last month. I've really, really enjoyed it. I really enjoy using this for work and home. Splitting the day has been what works for me personally. I think that you could also do this even if you don't work outside of the home. Maybe you work from home, or maybe you want to schedule your day out more with your kids that are at home with you, or you homeschool. It's just all of these systems are really, really flexible, and you don't have to use it this way or the way that I do or the way that other people do. You just have to find a way that works for you. And for me so far, this has really been working. So, and we get towards the end of August, and I sort of started to really like simplify even more, just not necessarily needing to log my food, but I really did like doing it. I went back to it. Like, I love that, every day is like a fresh start. If it didn't work this day and I want to try it again this day, it's fine. And then you can see here where it was, this was this past week, and I just sort of went from, having to do a bunch of social media stuff. I was at work, but had a lot of things going on. And it just worked. And now we're into September, and I just covered this up because there was some personal stuff on there, but just trying different things. And it's kind of nice that you can try something new every day. And here we are today. So yeah, I absolutely love using both of these systems together. Like I've already said a bajillion times. I don't have a preference for one over the other. I think that it's working for me right now. There are going to be days where I don't need this much space in a day. I don't have a lot going on, and I just won't use this. I'll, just skip the page. But for the week, I think I will always use my Erin Condren to see my week view, even if there's not a lot going on. Like you can see this current week, I really only planned Monday through Wednesday because we have a lot going on towards the weekend, but it hasn't all quite been laid out. So that's how I use both of these planners. If you have any questions, please just leave them down below in the comments. Let me know what system do you use? Do you use more than one planner? I think I've always been a more than one planner person. I can keep it all in one planner, and that's totally fine, but I feel like this is just my daily brain dump detailed book, and this just helps me see overall what we've done, and it's just working. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope that this gave you a more in-depth look of how I use these two systems together. And thank you for watching. See you next time.